presentations here have just been exceptional, but probably one of my favorites was Pat Storks and the AT&T around delivering a strategy news program.
You know, sometimes in internal communications, you feel like that you're the only person in the boat, but after spending a couple days here, the boat's gotten a lot bigger.
There is amazing networking here.
Networking, meeting people who are doing the same thing that I'm doing, but learning great new ways of doing it.
We can't be afraid to fail fast, to innovate, to be creative, but to do the thing that is out of box and be comfortable with failing, because it's in that failure where learning comes. And we know that when we don't grow, we die.
I'm just energized leaving this conference in Orlando. Just people are passionate, and I thrive on passion.
Internal communications is really the tip of the spear in making people the center of what a company does.
Everyone's just sharing how they overcame different challenges.
We have a lot of the same issues. So seeing how someone solved an issue maybe around their intranet and how I can take that back to my companies.
There are large companies and there are small companies, but everybody seems to have the same problems.
We all share the same issues, and that's listening to our employees.
It's kind of great that we're all learning the same thing.
Listen to the experts, and the experts are not always the executives.
It's been really good to see here how people are not just following what's been done in past, but they're integrating a lot of marketing theories.
It's one thing to communicate, but it's one thing to sell what you're communicating also.
Take even the most boring topics and making them interesting.
Thinking about what's most timely and most relevant and most interesting.
Because if the content is compelling enough, they will look at it after work, on the weekends, in the morning, at the gym, whatever.
My most favorite thing was the Tanza model, being able to map the brain back to behaviors and ways to communicate so that you change those behaviors, and it's all science.
Employees want to be in the know. Make them feel like they're being heard, that you're listening.
Let people tell the story.
The emotional part comes first rather than the rational part.
Reassurance and inspiration and validation for what internal communicators do.
It's so important for employees to know, understand the company's strategy, and to be an ambassador of the brand.
That employees are critically important to the work we do, and that's just a given.
Be bold and take risks, and it's so reassuring to see that that's where the industry and our colleagues are going.
Building a strong network across the organization and deepening relationships to get my ear to the ground.
Taking the time to invest in yourself and your career, to interact with peers from around the country and the world. It's just really enlightening.
It felt like a community.
It was a great conference. I loved it.
So I'm looking forward to coming to future conferences. It's been great.
Go internal communications!
Having a great time.
Internal Communications Conference rocks!
And now, it's your move.
Be an awesome internal communicator.
The key takeaway from this meeting is that I found out that the guys at OFC will just hound you until you give them a testimonial. Great job, guys.